of questioning.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and Mr. Neswick, thank you for being with us today. This is a really, really important committee, and I hate that that the chairwoman isn't using a duck call instead of a gavel. But this means a lot to people from Central North Carolina, where I represent, to Wyoming and Montana and all across our country. And I just want to say that I appreciate what this administration is doing to protect hunters and fishermen and folks that want to take advantage of our great outdoors and everything that it has to offer us, because it's important and it teaches things to different generations. Patience, respect of something that doesn't belong to you on public land, or respecting something that does on your own land. This is about respecting our great outdoors. It's about our heritage and understanding where our food comes from, because it isn't always on a farm. And so I'm grateful for the work that you are doing. But want to discuss your role prior was as a state director. How does that experience, how do you play off of that to know kind of how it's better for states to have more of a say versus the federal government in conservation practices?
Well, thank you for the question, Congressman. And I will tell you that, first and foremost, as I mentioned in my opening statement, wildlife are owned by the public. They're owned by the citizens of our country, and specifically, they're owned by states. And the states have a public trust responsibility to manage those wildlife and trust for those people who own the wildlife. And so the state wildlife agencies have really the frontline role in managing wildlife within the boundaries of their states. And we have a role as the federal government to provide these public lands that we're talking about here today, specifically wildlife refuges and fish hatcheries. And so I think that the most important partnership regarding hunting and fishing that the service has is with those state and tribal wildlife management agencies, and maintaining those relationships is one of my highest priorities.
Thank you. Can you give some examples of species or habitats that have improved because of the North American model of wildlife conservation that Sportsmen helped fund?
Yeah, certainly. There's a very, very long list, and if you were to go back and look at the status of a lot of the big game species back in the early 1900s and compare them to now, it's absolutely amazing. As numbers as low as 10,000 pronghorn antelope, and now there's well over 500,000. Numbers of white-tailed deer, I couldn't tell you what they were, but it's significantly increased, multiple fold, hundreds times fold what it was in the early 1900s. Same with elk, wild turkey. Even many of the species that are not hunted and fished have been benefactors of hunters and anglers contributing through the purchase of hunting and fishing licenses to the conservation of those other species as well. So America has a really wonderful success story to tell about how we recovered wildlife to a point where today we enjoy a tremendous diversity and a tremendous abundance across our country.
Absolutely. Switching gears a little bit, but something that worries me a lot is things like chronic wasting disease and white-tailed deer. We've seen that kind of travel across the country, and it's into North Carolina now. What are you all doing to address that, to help stop it, or what can we do to help you deal with that?
Well, that's a great question. There's definitely not a silver bullet, because if there was, we would have already employed the silver bullet. A lot of the responsibility with regards to disease management, because it affects big game species that are managed by the states, it really does fall to the states. But I think, there have been federal efforts, bills that have been passed that look at disease task forces and some appropriations to help do research. I do believe that with regards to chronic wasting disease, there's more that we don't know than what we do. And so I think there is a continued gap in funding for, specifically the states, I'll tell you this too, to be able to do research that will help inform how we can get a grip on this disease that is spreading across our entire country.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for being here before us today. And Madam Chair, I'll yield back.
The chair now recognizes the gentlelady from California.
Thank